Hello everybody, welcome to this morning deep stretch yoga. Thank you for taking time out for yourself and joining me. It's going to be about 10 minutes long, so we'll get started right away. It's beginner intermediate level. Remember to breathe in and out of your poses, keeping your poses with your breath. And we will go ahead and get started in banana pose. So you're going to go ahead and lie down on your back. And then you're going to bring your hips over to the right side of the mat. And then bring your legs over to the left corner of the mat. And then the same with your hands. Bring them up overhead to the left corner of the mat. You're keeping your right hip pressed down onto the mat. And you can cross your right leg over the left. And bring your right hand under the left hand to get a little more stretch. And we'll come into our breath. Let's take 5 breaths. In through the nose and out through the nose. A really nice deep stretch this morning to give you some energy for your day. Help wake up the body. You feel a nice stretch in the whole side body, that whole right side. And then bring your arms down and scoot your booty over to the left side of the mat. Again, you're going to bring your legs over to the right corner and cross that right leg over. If you're unable to do that, don't worry about it. You can just keep both your feet side by side. And then again, bring your arms up overhead, over to the other corner, the right corner. Again, you can bring that that hand under your arm, your other hand. Breathing, being sure to keep your hip pressed into the mat. Don't let it curl up. You want to keep your hip down on the mat. No pressure. You'll feel that stretch along the right or left side of your body this time. Push down into the left hip. One more breath. And then bring your legs back to center. And bring your body back to the center. And you're going to tuck your chin, grab the knees, maybe pull them in toward your chest. You can grab above on the top of the knees or underneath, whatever you're more comfortable. And then rock side to side. Nice massage through the hip area. Maybe bring the knees back and forth. Then go ahead and lift the legs up. We're going to roll up, so tuck the chin. Roll all the way up. And you are going to come into tabletop. Swing the legs around. Hands underneath the shoulders. Elbow creases shining forward. Knees under the hips. You're going to turn your hands so your fingers are towards you, just to wake up the wrists a little. We're going to rock back and forth. Maybe side to side only if your wrists permit. If they don't, go ahead and leave your fingers forward. And then you can do whatever feels good here. Maybe draw circles with the hip one way and the other way. Looking straight down at the floor. Maybe rock side to side. Navel to spine. And let's take a couple rounds of cat and cow here. So you're going to drop the belly as you inhale. Shoulders back. And then exhale as you breathe. Bring your Belly up, navel to spine, round through the shoulders into your cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more time. Inhale, cat. And exhale, cow. Now bring it back to neutral tabletop, and you're going to bring one leg back. You're going to press into that heel, feeling a nice stretch through the thigh area. Then you're going to bring your hand in. I'm going to start with my right hand, so bring your right hand in. Just scoot it over a hand length so you can bring that right foot up, right by the hand, and you're coming into your locust pose. You want to keep your hand right next to your foot and slowly slide down on the hips, keeping your hips level. Press into that big toe to keep your leg from opening up. The bent knee, we don't want it to open up today. Breathing. If you're unable to do this, you can always bring this into a pigeon pose where you're going to bring your foot and your knee behind your hands and press the hips down as far as you can into the mat. For a little more deep stretch, we're doing the locust today. And then slide down. Every day is different. You may be able to slide way down, you may not. Just do whatever your body is telling you it can do. And stay very comfortable. Be sure to keep your ankle, the knee over your ankle. And then if you want to come all the way down on your elbows, you can do that. You can even take a block. Like anytime you need props, go ahead and have a prop handy, your block. You can rest your head. Breathing in and out through your nose, clear to the bottom of your stomach. Feel a nice stretch in the thighs. And then walk your hands up and move the block over. And you're going to come all the way back. And we are going to come into a cow face or shoelace pose. You're stacking the knees. Kind of turn here so you can see. Stacking the knees. And then we're going to go ahead and fold on down. What I want you to do is really raise your arms up overhead before folding all the way down. Breathing, you'll feel a nice stretch in the right hip area. And breathe. Let's take one more breath. Very good. And then you can bring your hands back up. Bring your foot around. And we'll come back into that tabletop just shortly to transition to your downward facing dog. So you're stretching way ahead with your hands. Press back through the chest. And bend your knees. Alternating, bending through the knees. And come up on the toes. Come back down. We'll take a flow here. You're going to come forward into a plank. And all the way down. Keeping the hands by the shoulders, you're going to come up into a high cobra, placing the feet flat on the floor, and then you're going to lift yourself on up, keeping your glutes loosened up this time. We're not going to tighten through the glutes, but press your pelvis into the mat, but leave the glutes loosened up, pressing up. If you're feeling pain, come down a little bit. And press more into that pelvis, your pubic bone there. And breathe. And then you'll come all the way down. Come back up into that tabletop. Walk your hands back. Then again, you're going to take the opposite leg, pressing into that heel. And then bring your foot on up, bringing that left hand in this time. Really making sure the ankle and knee are with each other, in line with each other. Again, you can stay up here, pressing into your big toe. That helps keep the knee in because we want to keep the knee in this time. You need to do the pigeon pose and do the pigeon pose. You want to drop down, challenging yourself, grab your block. Whatever you want to, whatever level you want it on. Now see how my leg was opening up there? If you can tell, we don't want that. You want to keep your big toe down. Keep your knee as close to your shoulder as you can keep it. Breathing clear to the bottom of your stomach, pressing down on the hips. And then gently come up on the hands. Go ahead and walk your hands back. Move the block. You can come into that cow or shoelace pose on the opposite leg before folding on down. If you're unable to do this, go ahead and just sit in your easy pose. We're going to reach our hands up again, knee to spine, dropping the shoulders away from the ears before you fold on down. Feeling that nice stretch in the hip area there. And then go ahead and walk the hands up. Let's swing our legs around back into the tabletop. We'll take one more downward facing dog. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to come on up. Press back through the chest. Again, pedal out the legs. Maybe see if you can come all the way down on your heels this time. Wag the hips side to side. And then drop the knees down all the way and walk your hands forward. And come down into your Sphinx pose. Keeping the pelvis, the pubic bone in the mat. Breathing. And then we'll come down and bring this into a high cobra. Hands come about at the shoulders. And you're going to lift on up, pressing the pelvic bone into the mat, but keeping the glutes loosened up. Press way up. Again, if you feel pain, come down or just stay in your Sphinx pose. Breathing. This is really good for the lower back. Push up even more. And then let's go ahead and come on down. And press back into a child's pose. Bring your knees forward. You can have your knees open or close together, whatever you're comfortable doing. Keep the big toes together. Walk the hands out. And let's go ahead and bring the palms together in prayer position, bringing them back over your head. Take 5 cycles of breath here. And then bring your hands back down. Walk again gently your hands up. And then take a seat in any position you would like. Let's just shake out the wrists a little bit, maybe rotate through the wrists, wiggle the fingers, and then go ahead and nod your head side to side. Feels pretty good. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. You're always welcome. And I look forward to seeing you maybe even as soon as tomorrow on the mat. And everybody have a beautiful, blessed day. Let's bring our hands together, palms together, heart at the thumbs at the heart space, Anjali Mudra. You can either inhale and exhale really deep to close or close with the chant of Om. Let's inhale. Bring the thumbs up to the third eye. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a beautiful day.